tantrum from manager Hal McRae. The Royals have rallied to a record of 44-42. Same record they had at the break in 1985. That year, they not only won the division, but the World Series. David Cone, he had his good stuff in his first start at Toronto since being traded. Joe Carter, sit down. Through 5, Cone faced the minimum 15 batters. We're scoreless in the top of the 4th. Wally Joyner changes that in a big way. His 10th of the year, traveling 429 feet. Royals up 2-zip in the 7th when Cone loses his head. Leading off and teeing off. Molitor, his 11th, and the lead is cut in half. 2 batters later, Cone head falls off again. John Olerud, the lead is gone, his 16th, and Cone is gone in the 8th. Bases jammed. Billy Brewer facing that same guy, John Olerud. Olerud doesn't have to take the bat off his shoulders. A walk, go-ahead run comes in. Jays score 5 in the 8th and win 7-2. Some more good news for the Jays. Their third base coach, Rick Hacker, injured in a car accident Sunday. His condition has been upgraded from serious to fair. Olerud 2 for 3. His average now 3.97. Taking on the A's, Ron Darlin getting crushed. Oh, getting drilled by Mike Gallego. He was taken out of the game. Base running blunders. Spike Owen will fly to center. Hendu is there. Does he make the catch? The umps say no, he doesn't. Hendu's throw comes back to the infield. Gallego, gone. The relay nails Stanley at third. That's a different double play. Top 7, Yanks make a mistake. They go to the bullpen. 2 on and none out, and Ruben Sierra takes Steve Howe out. Sierra's 13th of the season. Howe did not record it out. A's win it 8-3. Perez had problems. He has not given up fewer than 3 runs in any start since May 31st, and the Yanks are in a tailspin of their own. They've lost 3 straight.
His second win on the road, he got some help. The shot by Ray Langford, the great stop by Jeff Bagwell, and the nice play for the out. Defense can be dangerous. Langford hitting the line drive. It hits Ken Caminiti right under the eye. Art Howe obviously concerned. Caminiti suffered a bruised cheekbone. He went to the hospital for x-rays. Next batter, Mark Whitten with 2 runners on, and Whitten crushes this one, and he deserves to watch this one. It went 463 feet, 3-1 Cardinals. Meanwhile, St. Louis on the mound, Rene Rocha looking for his 7th win, and he got some help from Luis Alicea. The great stop, robbing Eric Anthony. Alicea and the Cards win it 4-2. Lee Smith with his major league leading 31st save. The Cards now just 4 back of first. The Expos in Los Angeles, and it just wasn't Will Cordero's night. Eric Davis tests Will Cordero, but Will can't get it out of his glove. Dodgers were up 2-zip, bottom of the 3rd. First batter of the inning was Brett Butler, and Butler sends one Will's way. Cordero gets this one, but then throws it away. That miscue allows Butler to go to second. 2 outs later with Butler on third. Eric Karros this time sends one Cordero's way. He gets this one, but again, the throw is nowhere near first, and Butler scores 3-0 Dodgers. They hang on to win at 3-2. Will Cordero's 3 errors gives him 20 to tie him with Jose Offerman for the major league lead. For Dennis Martinez, it was his first loss in 9 decisions, and this was the first time in 10 seasons the Expos lost the first game after the All-Star break. At the stick, Giants center fielder Darren Lewis looking to tie a major league mark for consecutive games without an error. He gets tested by Jeff Kent. The spectacular grab by Lewis, and he does tie Don Demeter's record, 260 games straight without an error. Bottom of the 3rd, though, 2 outs scoreless. Steve Scarsoni up against the Mets' Eric Hillman. Soon-to-be free agent Howard Johnson showing nothing with 2 errors on 1 play. Lewis scores Giants up 1-0. More bad news for the Mets. Just watch. Hojo and Tim Bogart totally embarrassing. Bottom of the 4th, Giants up still 1-0. Matt Williams missed, what, 13 games on the DL? No problem, not rusty. Nails a 2-run home run off Hillman. 22 for Williams on the year. 66 RBIs for Matt. The Giants clobber the Mets. The Giants' 60th win of the year. Bill Swift owns 12 of them. As for the Mets, manager Dallas Green said, quote, "The 3 days off didn't seem to help our pitching, defense, or our offense. That leaves base running." Baltimore still hasn't forgotten Cito for keeping Mike Mussina out of the All-Star game. Hey, how'd they get that printed so fast? Meantime, All-Star MVP Kirby Puckett enjoying his new surroundings in right. Nothing seems to change with Kirby in the outfield. Doesn't matter where he is. Look at that catch off Mike Devereaux's shot. Top of the 4th, we're tied at 2. Pat Mears, the easy grounder. Harold Reynolds makes the play, but his throw way too high. Mears is safe, and Mike Pagliarulo comes around from second, and he scores. It's 3-2 Twins. Bottom of the second, a Reynolds homer tied it at 3. Cal Ripken unties it off Scott Erickson. His home run is 13th of the year. helped the O's win yet another ball game. This time the score 5-3. Another loss for Scott Erickson, another two-hit night for Cal. Ripken has had at least 2 hits in each of his last 5 games. Harold Reynolds' game-tying homer was his first home run in over a year. To Fenway, where Seattle's Lou Piniella is an angry man. I don't know why his M's were beating Boston 3-1 in the 6th. Dave Fleming cruising until Mike Greenwell drives one deep, and Jay Buhner can only watch it go. Greenwell's 8th of the year. Sox trail 3-2. Same score, bottom of the 8th. Confusion. Piniella up to something. It's called the double switch. He brings on Dennis Powell to replace Jeff Nelson to face Greenwell. He doesn't want to lose Nelson's services, so he puts him in left field. Junior telling Nelson, don't worry, I'll cover you. Don't worry. So 2-out tying run up first. Powell, who didn't even know Nelson was in left, gets Greenwell to pop up to second to end the threat, and Lou pulls it off. And up in the booth is Norm Charlton, enjoying his suspension and enjoying his manager's move as the Mariners hang on to win it 3-2. As for Nelson's outfield appearance, he said all he kept thinking about was keep the ball in front of me and don't drop it, just like you do in Little League. There is bad news for the M's. They have to face newly activated Roger Clemens. You remember him on Friday. The Angels in Cleveland, Albert Bell and the Indians down 2-zip. 2 men on for Albert against Scott Sanderson. No doubt, his 24th of the year. He just keeps on going. It's 3-2 try. Bottom of 7th, tied at 3. Angels lose it. Reggie Jefferson, the bunt. Sanderson, nowhere near first. Second and third, nobody out. That was just the beginning of the collapse. Felix Fermin, the double play ball right through the legs of Torey Lovolo. Jefferson scores. Indians get 4 in the 7th, and they win it 7-3. The most damaging error of the Angels' season-high 5 committed by Scott Sanderson, who lost a career-worst 7th straight decision. Eisenreich up with a man on third, and Eisenreich, hitting close to 500 in his last 6 games, continues the hot bat. Darren Dalton scores 1-0 Phil's. Bottom of the 6th, it was 2-0 Phillies. Phil Clark doing the job against Danny Jackson, taking him deep for a 2-run home run. His 3rd of the year for Jackson, an awful outing that included 7 walks. We're tied at 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded. Tony Gwynn, the innocent chopper. John Crook, all sorts of problems. And then Larry Anderson barely misses the bag, but he did miss. 2-run score, and the Padres win it 5-2. That's 5.
What happened in this one? John Sherholtz, is he looking for a new bat? Is that who he's looking for? Tom Glavine in a jam in the 4th. The bases are loaded, but guess who is up? It's pitcher Randy Tomlin. He gets wood on it. Not good enough. Braves keep the 1-0 lead. Top of the 6th, 1-0. They're loaded again. It's Tomlin again. Glavine, 7 shutout innings, but Tomlin himself strands 6. Bottom of the 8th, it's 3-zip on 3 sac flies. Terry Pendleton gets a hold of one. His 6th, and the Braves go on to win it by a score of 4-zip. Otis Nixon owns Randy Tomlin. He's hitting 700 against him. Nixon also stole his 24th base, 11 more than the closest Brave. Gant and Dion each have 13. Gary Sheffield, the All-Star, maybe a little tired. Reds up 3-1. A little indecision, and the runner is safe. Next batter, it's Barry Larkin, the chopper. And Sheff comes in, and he can't come up with it. Belcher scores his 4-1. Bottom of the 5th, runner on third. Reggie Sanders. Sheffield with another try. This time he comes home, and the throw is wide, and the runner is safe. It's 5-1. Gary wasn't getting it done at the plate either. He Ks 3 times, and the Reds win it by 3, 7-4. The Fish have lost 7 straight on the road, and speaking of the road, that's where Kevin Mitchell was, failing to rejoin the team following the All-Star break. His agent said he missed his plane. General manager Jim Bowden said he can also expect to pay a large fine. The other expansion club also on the road, the Rockies in Chi-Town. Steve Buechele likes that pitch, and he takes it to the Ivy. Hey, Ivy. Sammy Sosa is in. The lead is now 1-0. Mike Morgan motoring along. Buechele doing it with a glove as well. Dante Bichette, the victim. Top of the 7th, the manager's minds come into play. Charlie Hayes is on first with 2 down. He breaks for second. Lefevre had called for a pitch out, and he's right. Hayes is done. Bottom of the 8th, Alex Cole on first. 2 down, and Cole breaks for second, and Wilkins with a great throw nails him as well. It's a 1-0 game. Mike Morgan's first complete game of the season. These 2 teams had averaged over 12 runs a game in their first 8 meetings. The Big Cat, the Big Zero. Bottom 1, Rafael Palmeiro down the line and right. It's fair. David Hull scores. He's got a 14-game hitting streak. 3-0 Rangers after 1. Kevin Brown not pitching well. Bases loaded, and Lou Whitaker to right center. Dan Pelletier is there, and he can't get it. Bases are cleared. It's 3-all. 7-6 into the bottom of the 4th. Palmeiro at the plate. With one hand, he reaches out, and it reaches the seats. His 17th. We're tied at 7. Texas staying in the game with D. Rob Deere to shallow right. Here comes Doug Strange. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Nice diving grab. Tigers playing some tough D. Cecil for the out on Mario Diaz. Steal 7-7. Palmero deep again. This time with 2 hands. And a little further, his 18th. He goes 4 for 4. 4 runs, 4 RBIs. Bases loaded for Cecil. And Tom Hankey gets him swinging. Rangers win at 12-7. Top 5 of the Rangers order combined for 14 of the 17 hits. Raff is hitting .512 over the last 10 and has hit in 14 straight, as I said. Nolan Ryan expected to pitch Monday night against Milwaukee. That game can be seen here on ESPN. In Milwaukee, Brewers 10.5 out, taking on the West Best, the White Sox. Bill Spires was a busy man. Karkovik's grounder gets through him. Spires gets another chance. This time, oh, he makes good. And Tim Raines is gone at first. Top of the 7th, Sox down 4-3. James Austin.
That ball gets away.
It does get away. A wild pitch, and Raines scores. We're tied at 4. Top 8, same score. After stealing second, Sachs is looking to move on. Karkovik delivers to third, and B.J. Surhoff. That error bug is contagious. Sachs scores. It's 5-4 Sox, and they win it by 2. In all, we had 5 errors in this game. Alex Fernandez now with 11 wins, including 4 in a row. B.J. Surhoff has now hit in 11 straight games.